So less than 50% of the Amish today just farm. The rest are in small businesses, and they call them cottage industries. And if you take a look as we pass by the front of the motel, and the brown building amongst the trees on your right side, and look up, you should see pieces and parts of buggies being built. All the wheels and tops and bottoms, this is our space. And that is an Amish-owned business, and of course he hires other Amish on to help him work. Oh, they're on the rollerblades. See them?
Oh my goodness.
Are they good? Are they good? I told you they like to play roller hockey and ice hockey in the winter. Where'd they go? Oh, those kids were fast.
Wow. They cleared out of there.
Well, you remember, ladies and gentlemen, that Amish do not appreciate to have their picture taken, and so therefore they probably figured we were going to hurry up and get pictures out of the camera, you know. Suppose you want to buy a buggy, just what you always needed, your heart's desire. Cost you between $7,000 and $8,000 for that buggy. Rear view mirrors come with it, an orange triangle on the back of it to tell everyone else that it's a slow-moving vehicle, and a lighting system. And the lighting system works from a battery, and the battery hangs underneath in a black box. And there is no alternator or generator. In other words, there is nothing to recharge that battery. Okay? The horses are ex-racetrack horses, so take a good look at those horses. They're pretty classy looking, and they run another few $1,000, all right? And of course you've got to feed those horses for the next few years, maybe 12, 15, maybe even 18, who knows. Now as you take a look on this road, there are no electric poles because everybody up here happens to be Amish. Now you guys got to look a little bit too. Looking over to your left, there's another rollerblader. Looking to your left, up the top of the slope, is your phone booth, that brown building. He just did that over. Is your phone booth. Telephone is used by this family and the one next door. When we get to the corner, we're making a left. Yeah, look at that garden is right. That's another new building to your left side that they just built. There's going to be a woodworking shop on top, and as you see, the buggy is kept down below.
Big old horse.
We're making a left. All these white little round circular things are hay bales, and they're inside of that plastic, and that plastic is called an agway bag, and that protects it from the weather over the winter time, okay? And those are hay bales. Take a look to your right side as we come up. Not the first building, but the second one has a solar panel on the roof. That's the barn. See that black? It looks like a black mirror with white dots. That's your solar panel, and that puts electricity around the pastures to keep the animals in a safe place. It also works in the barn. Now, how do you do that in a barn? Well, the wire hangs, see the little ones out there? The wire hangs over the barn, over the stalls in the barn, over the cow stalls, and there's a charge of electricity. Just before the cow wants to relieve herself, she will arch her back. She knows if she moved too far forward, she's going to touch that electric wire, so she doesn't move that close to it. She stays behind the wire, which makes that when she does make the mess, it's in the trough and not in her bedding. In other words, it's a cow trainer. Okay? The bedding of the manure goes into a trough, the trough goes into a manure pit, and eventually that's emptied and put into a wagon. That wagon is called a honey wagon. And then they flavor the earth. And that is not honey. Another school to your right side, ladies and gentlemen. Another one of our schools. Now coming up the road, ladies and gentlemen, on your right side is a Mennonite Amish church. And to your left side would be a Mennonite school. Remember I said to you the Amish and Mennonite were in the same grouping when they came from Swiss Brethren. Now after a period of time, some in that group decided that if you break a rule, you shouldn't be so severely punished as to be shunned. And so they separated again. Those who followed Menno Simons became Mennonites. And those who followed Jacob Almond became, of course, the Old Order Amish. Now, some of the Amish who do leave Old Order Amish and want a more liberal lifestyle, as you see there are cars and so forth, will go to what is called, look to your right side, Amish Mennonite Church. Okay? Remember always, we can take her up straight. Remember always that when you're comparing between the Amish and the Mennonite, your old order Amish are the more conservative of the two groups. Alright? We can go a little bit faster because I want to stop a little bit at one of the schools so we can talk about it.